Hello, I'm Barry Lawrence and I'm president of the Full Gospel Businessmen in Norwich in the UK. We are an evangelistic fellowship, and so one thing I try and do in life, though I don't consider myself to be an evangelist really, except we're all called to do the work of an evangelist, I do want people to know what Jesus has done in my life, and I look for opportunities to mention that to people from time to time. And I also write books, and that is another way in which I try to make the good news of Jesus known to people. One of the books is called Patience from Heaven. And at this point, whether I'm speaking at a meeting or whether I'm speaking into a video clip, I always say the following: if you find the way that I speak to be irritating, don't go near my books. You won't like them. On the other hand, if you find me to be an engaging speaker, then you will also find me to be an engaging writer. Now, this book, Patience from Heaven, is one that I wrote largely for non-Christians, so I hope that most people would enjoy it. And it's thumbnail sketches of various people who passed through my dental surgery during more than 30 years of working as a dentist. My patients were a wide variety of the population. I had a number of patients who were members of the aristocracy. They were titled. I had one gentleman who was a sitting member of the upper house in the UK, which is our House of Lords. And then there were disc jockeys, radio and television presenters. We had a newsreader from the BBC, and other people who I found incredibly interesting, and nearly all of them, I loved them. They were like my best friends. There was the undertaker who always said, "Dead funny that. Oh, that's dead strange, that is. Oh, I live in the dead centre of town." And that was just his way of amusing people. Well, some people might be amused by that. Then there was the patient who the police suspected was murdered. She was missing and they searched everywhere for the body, and when they found bodies they'd come to me and say, "Is this the one?" And eventually she turned up alive. There were also a number of people who were missionaries or Christians of various types and persuasions. There's a story in here of one man who was quite a nasty bit of work really, and threw a hammer at someone. He could have been accused, I suppose, of attempted murder. And then he became a Christian in my waiting room. And so there was an amazing change in his life, and I write about that. But mainly it's accounts of a wide variety of people who I think people would find engaging and entertaining. The comeback I get from this book is that non-Christians read it and they don't cringe when unexpectedly Jesus walks across the pages. Sometimes he walks across and he's fairly quickly gone again. Sometimes he lingers. Sometimes I consider just what life is all about and what has happened to some people. Anyway, you might like to bless a non-Christian friend with this book at Christmas or maybe on their birthday. If you do, I don't think they'll cringe, and I think they'll thank you for it. In the UK, it's available at amazon.co.uk and hopefully at all good bookshops. And in North America, you can get my books from amazon.com. May God bless you. Thank you.